make you eat that wretched hat of yours.
Rowan, Holger, why all this shouting? Eivor, thank Tyr. I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Ha! Raw disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I'll hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of...
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleeding...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifur's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We are done here. Return to your homes in peace.
That's a damn fine stable we have now. Lord, look at it.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways you helped in its creation.
Absolutely not. Silver is the only color I...
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite the character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Ealdorman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Svend passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time. Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces.
I want to see the Alliance map. What of Oxenfordshire? Sigurd told me he had business there.
Ah, yes. Sigurd is there now, in fact. He bids you go meet him as soon as you can. He has partnered with a rebellious Thane called Giedrich, and hopes to install Giedrich as Ealdorman in exchange for an oath. There is an alehouse at the center of Buckingham. Sigurd will meet you there.
I should join my brother then. Where is Buckingham?
Along the Great Ouse River that divides Oxenfordshire. Sigurd will be pleased to see you.
Randvi, are you well? You seem distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough. Shall we look at the map?
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
Oh, I think I have. I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, and this settlement, and this life.
I cannot help you with your life just now, but I can get you out of this room. What do you say?
I don't know. There is much work to be done.
Stop. Forget about alliances and responsibility for just a few hours. We could take a ride to Grandebridge or somewhere nearby for a change of pace.
That sounds lovely. And too far to consider just now. But thank you, Eivor. Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
I should go.
You are the only father I've ever had.
Tove.
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Tove, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed. Sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty. Not like in our stories.
What stories do you mean?
When we tell stories, the old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they're ready. Sven wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work. As if nothing happened. Because they don't know. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we are prepared to give. But all we can do is our best. I was not prepared to lose my parents. But in a flash, they were taken from me. I pressed on, determined to live.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong, and so determined.
Someone else might have done better than me, or worse. But this was the fate woven for me, so I live it. I know Sven believed in you, in your craft. So do you believe in him? Do you trust him?
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you. You may step up or step down, whatever you decide. But know that he had faith in you.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Tove. And know that you're valued. I'm sorry I was not here to see you off, old friend. Eivor, what a pleasure to see you. Oh dear, it feels like it's been so long. Valka, my friend, you're most welcome here. Are you well?
Better than well. I am present.
And your mother?
My mother has found her peace at last. She walks through a world seen only in dreams, and will forevermore.
That is all any of us can hope for.
Indeed. Come.
How was your passage?
Exhilarating. The waves and the wind were with us from the start. We flew like seabirds. And how are you? In spite of your stoic look, there is a brightness in your eyes that warms me.
It may be a kind of hope. Our settlement is growing, the people are happy, and I am looking forward to more.
And your visions?
They come and go. But leave all that aside. Let me help you with your things. This way. We found a fine spot for you at the foot of the hill.
Every hour we traveled, I tried to conjure in my mind some vision of this place.
And how close were you?
I saw the trees, and the water, and the rolling hill. But I could not foresee so much green. It is a magnificent and calming color. A balm for sea-salted eyes.
Valka! Godsapo! What brings you? Hope there isn't a curse on the settlement or some such.
Ha! The only curse on this place is their great lout of a blacksmith. It is a rare feeling to travel across the sea and still find oneself at home. This place feels powerful, alive.
You foresee great things for us.
No need for foresight. I feel it in my heart.
that Valka I see? What took you so long to follow?
Wanted to ensure the place was up to snuff. We must talk again soon, Randvi, once I'm settled.
And before my arms fall off, what is this I'm carrying?
My heaviest reagents, of course. Lead, whalebone, flecks of gold.
Put this one to honest work. That is what I like to see.
All these people you have brought here. This life you have built on these stranger shores. Does it please you?
It does. To know that I have built this place and kept these people safe is a gift.
You speak first of yourself when I ask this question. Which says more than you intend, I think.
Salve, Eivor. Ad Meliora.
Good day.
And who is that fellow?
I have no idea.
Well, the town must be bustling.
You see there? Your home is just ahead.
Tell me about your visions.
They are as they have always been. Little has changed, save their clarity. With every return, the things I see feel less like dreams and more like memories.
And does the Allfather still appear before you?
From time to time, yes. He speaks to me as well, but it feels mad to say such things aloud.
I understand. You can put those just there, thank you.
And here we are.
Lovely, just as you promised. As soon as I am set up here, we can return to the matter of your visions.
Valka, please.
You are touched, Eivor. A conduit for godly tidings. Please, let me help. I may know a way to clarify these visions. An elixir that may open the door of your mind into the realm of the gods.
If you think it would help, I can finish your home myself. Only give me some time.
I would be grateful. Thank you, Eivor.
Of course. And welcome home. Looks like something is happening near Valka's hut. Perhaps I should take a look.
Good day, Eivor.
Randvi, take a break. Let's make for Grandabredshire and get you out of this musty room.
Do you mean now? Right now?
Of course. You said you were tired of all this, so why not? Stretch your legs and fill your lungs.
I did ask, didn't I? You're right. Lead the way, Eivor.
Follow me. We won't take the long ship today. This trip is for us. Just you and me. Is that a problem?
Not at all. So long as I get some air and sun, I will be fine. I spend too much of my day in the Longhouse.
We'll need to cross the river at some point if we want to enter Grandabredshire. If you know a better way, I would love to hear it.
Is swimming not an option?
Swimming? I don't know. Are you joking?
A boat or a horse would always do, but I'm not opposed to the more traditional methods.
That is a good start. Is that everything? This feast has to be great.
Yes, it is our last chance.
Wolf-kissed.
Welcome to Ravensthorpe. I am Eivor, though you seem to know me already.
You are well known to us. I am Toka Sinriksdottir, and the Frankish boar with me is my advisor, Pierre.
You look to be at home here already.
How could we not be? What you have done in this place is amazing. The guest house is a fitting addition. We have also brought new tastes for your long table from Francia. If it is drink you prefer, we have mulled wine.
Very generous. Some might say overly generous.
Consider it a token of goodwill from the hand of my uncle Siegfried. You know, clan to clan.
There'll be blood if any here heard I refuse to feast, so consider it accepted.
Yes, you honor us. Ravensthorpe reminds me of how Francia used to be. Given the chance, I would visit often.
You would be welcome. Yet you do not share your gifts for nothing. I await the boon you surely will ask of me.
Tales of your judgment proved true. You can teach me some of that wisdom over ale this day. Shall we begin?
I have other concerns right now. We can feast later.
We will be ready for you.
It really is lovely here. I have not been this far east of the settlement. Isn't that awful?
You think safety awful?
To live one's life in so small a pen. Hear stories from you and the scouts without ever venturing further. Gods, do you smell that? The earth and the air. It is good to be out here. This water smells off.
You get used to it.
I do not wish to. Eivor, there. What is that?
This is where the Summer Army retreated when Grandebridge was lost. They seem to have resettled the city in full now.
Right. I know this land so well by its map, but to see it in person brings it to stunning life. A Roman marvel. I will not soon forget this sight.
here we are. Welcome to Grantebridge. We should make our way to the Longhouse.
Oh, it's bigger than I imagined. Rustic, woody, beautiful. And everything seems quite new.
Under Soma's guidance, the Summer Army built this town up from a small village. They wanted a hub for trade near London, and a launching point for incursions into Wessex.
Well, it is impressive. Some interesting architectural ideas here too.
Well, is that Eivor I see? It's been quite a while since I've seen your face around here.
I know you, I think. One of Soma's loyal men. Magni, is it?
Yeah, good memory.
Good to see you again. This is Randvi, a dear friend and a sturdy fighter.
Well met, Randvi. Eivor seems to have a preference for befriending lovely women.
You know, I noticed the same thing.
I expected more people about Magni. Has something happened?
Soma rounded up some warriors and took them west. She's hoping to open a new trade route with oxen and wood there. Only now, in times of trouble, I have discovered I am not the surrogate leader I should hope to be.
What sort of trouble?
Oh, a pack of surly bandits have encamped nearby. To the east of the water's edge. They attack all merchants who travel here by river or road, and word is spreading quickly. It's keeping traders at bay.
That could cripple your town if it carries on too long.
It's crippled me already. The bastard stole my horse yesterday morning.
So what will
We can take care of them, Magni. And if we don't find your horse, we will steal you a new one.
Well, that would ease my mind. I have nothing to offer you for this deed, but the bandits surely would. Take from them what you like.
Good. Consider the matter handled. Eivor, come. We have a camp to raid. The bandits are camped on the river, he said, east of the water's edge.
You volunteered us for a fight, Randvi. Is that your idea of a pleasant ride through the country?
It must be. I surprised even myself.
Away from your table for a day, and already you're lusting for blood.
A feeling you must know well, no? I have always wanted to experience the world as you do, and now I will. Unless you have a more interesting day planned for us.
We will help Magni and clear these bandits. But do not be rash when we find them. The Raven clan needs your steady hand.
Yes, indeed, my lord. I shall follow your order to the letter.
If I did not know any better, I would say you're teasing me.
Oh, certainly not, Eivor wolf-kissed iron-fisted Drenger. I would never tease one with such commanding authority. There, the bandit camp.
All right, stay close and do as I do.
Rude and look sternly at the horizon?
By all means. You seem out for a battle, so here we go. show me.
There. That's done. Now to deliver Magni his horse. That was a thrill, Eivor. We are champions of Grantebridge. Do you know of any other towns that need liberating?
You don't think we have had enough drama for one day? We should return to the settlement.
Or we could have a drink, to celebrate our victory.
At home, Tekla has all the mead and ale we could want.
Eivor, our outing has hardly begun. Find us an alehouse and let us make ourselves at home.
Let's return the horse, and if your thirst remains, we'll look around. Magni, we solved your bandit problem.
Did you? Well done! And did you find my sweet mare?
Your horse is outside waiting for you.
Thank the gods she is safe. And thank you, Eivor. And your friend Randi, wherever she is.
She's here somewhere.
Eivor! Over here! Look at this!
Oh! Someone is thirsty.
What are you playing at?
A drinking contest. You versus me. Wolf-Kissed versus Table Maiden.
Randvi, we can do better than Table Maiden.
Mead Queen, then.
All right, let us drink.
Beautiful.
Don't let her win! A good shot, I know, but Radley's done you better.
There, you see. You should not have tried to outdrink me, Randvi. It cannot be done.
Strange. I see your lips moving so rapidly, yet all I hear is, "Thank you, Randvi."
So, are you satisfied? My head is ringing like a bell.
More than satisfied. Now come, we'll ride this off and take in the air as we head home. After just one more stop.
Randvi.
It's a sunken tower near a waterfall, close to home. We can stop for a look, and then you are free of me. It's near the highest point of a hill, just south of the settlement. Easy to spot, I'm sure.
All right, one last stop then.
I know it might not show, Eivor, but I am terribly excited.
Oh, it shows.
Leaving already? Well, I do hope to see you again. Randi, return any time.
I might have to, Magni. Thank you for everything.
No, thank you. Safe travels.
think you may have punctured poor Magni's heart back there.
What can I say? Not the first, and it will not be the last.
I name you Randvi, Slayer of Bandits, Breaker of Hearts.
I will sound it with pride. Sunniva described this tower for me. A desolate yet peaceful place. I am eager to see it.
After a full day of action, finally you wish to calm down.
I've had my fill of adventure. Time for a little rest. I was wondering something. You and Soma. Was there something more to your bond? You spoke of her with a particular shine in your eyes.
We grew very close very quickly. Is that what you mean?
No, I mean... Did something happen between you two?
What sort of question is that?
An innocent one. Innocent as a newborn babe.
Nothing happened between us. That is my answer.
I find that disappointing. If I were you, I might have tested the waters. Eivor, entangled by a hardy Jarlskona as she leads her army to victory and prosperity. A rather appealing match.
I'm going to pretend your last words were taken by the wind, Randi.
If you must. Look there! That must be the tower. Take the bridge. Just as beautiful as Sunniva's stories tell. Can you imagine how it looked when it was first built, hundreds of winters ago? Sometimes when looking at a map, I imagine little people in their little armies, traversing the land. And now, staring at these ruins, I imagine people of old, how they lived, never knowing what would become of their monuments.
You have a fertile imagination.
I want a view from the top. Shall we?
Lead on.
Keep up!
Mind where you put your fingers. These stones are old and weathered. You climb well for one who folds maps.
You jest, but I have raised the frames of longhouses and hammered the ribs of longships. My hands are calloused from hard work. Well, well. Look at this. A stunning view. It reminds me of my early years in Norway. How I used to climb the hills beyond the wood.
You have an adventurous heart. I hardly see it behind the table, but now I've watched you scale a tower in furs, soaking wet.
I was rowdy in my youth. Hunting, sailing. I was a wildling of the open air before I became this staunch and stoic woman. Married off in service of peace between two clans. A noble and worthy role, but not one I had ever imagined for myself.
You would have made a fine wandering warrior. A Jomsvikinger. Free to come and go as she pleased.
I think so too. It may be we would have sailed together, over the open seas, raiding or traveling.
Or faced each other on the field of battle. Without your marriage to Sigurd, to secure peace, our clans might still be at war.
True. Very true. Thank you for today. Every bit of it has been a dream, and I'm not keen to wake.
Then don't. We can stay here as long as you like.
Yes.
What was that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I got away from myself.
No need to apologize.
Sigurd is your brother, and I have put you in a very difficult position. The heart does not do politics like the head.
It may be the meat, it may be the air, but there is no need to apologize.
I am sober enough. But the truth of it is, I have felt this way for some time now. I care for you, Eivor.
That is comforting to hear. I've long felt the same way. But I banished the thought that this would ever happen.
Many times I wished to tell you. Wished to say what was in my heart and what I desired. But duty kept me from it.
Say all you like.
Today has meant so much. We rode, we fought, we drank, we laughed. You showed me your world. Not in words, but deeds.
Deeds are more direct than words. Randvi? Must have returned to the settlement.